They should have never let the Padres sign this player, as this one player is hurting this team more than they are helping, and fans are fed up. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest, where today we are miserable, and we're going to talk about it for a very specific reason. Like you probably saw my post I already posted. There's one specific player who is making us very mad. So let's talk about it. Two things though. Stick around to the end of the video because we do have some fun post-game reaction for you guys today. So post on Twitter, post on the subreddit. Maybe you'll be featured on the channel. And as always, please subscribe. Today was a frustrating, annoying, hopeful, sort of, but then kind of got crushed immediately after kind of day. And since I'm annoyed, I thought we could take out my annoyance on a singular player. The easiest, I don't know if I can call him a scapegoat because he 100% deserves all this. It's time to hate on Xander Bogaerts. So let me do the quick recap, and then I'll show you the lineup, and then, yeah, we'll get into it. But final, Dodgers 8, Padres 6, disgusting. A wild one featuring hit batters, warnings, an injection, all sorts of other weirdness. The Dodgers won it with their 5-run 6th inning. The Padres have dropped 9 of 13, and they are 39-33. Remember when we used to be good? That feels like so long ago. Today's lineup, as always. X sucks. Absolutely sucks. Bad day or bad team, and let's try and be positive with a happy face. No, that's a horrible sad face because I'm miserable. This is our shortstop. This is what he contributed to the team today. Grounded, forced out to third, grounded into double play, grounded into double play, grounded out to short, and then he popped out to end the game. And the third grounded, the fourth grounded out to short would have been a double play if Gavin Sheets realized the difference between a ball in the dirt and a ball in the strike zone. Somehow, God forgave or took pity on Xander Bogaerts and made Michael Kopech trip on the mound, because that was the only way he was going to get someone in. There goes my backdrop. But besides that, okay, sorry, I had to pause for a second. My dog started barking at me. But like I was saying, Xander Bogaerts, horrible, awful. More stuff. Good time to bump this thread. I didn't post a thread, but we'll read this anyways. I put out on Xander. He literally cannot do anything but put the ball on the ground. Any pitch, speed, because of how he chooses to swing. Attack angle, contact point, and position in the box. He's changed nothing, and it's completely unacceptable. More things, because of course we have more things. I wish we could send Xander to development lists like minor leaguers, rework his whole swing, make him do a triple toe tap, fit him with a new glove, get him a torpedo bat. If he comes back as a left-handed hitter, so be it. I'm serious though, like maybe tomorrow open your stance or something. Try anything that's different. Please. And that doesn't just go for Bogaerts. I'm talking to you too, Shildt. I don't know why you're so stubborn but like changing the lineup, but like, why is Bogaerts 5th? At what point throughout the entirety of this year has Bogaerts looked like a number 5 hitter? Never. Absolutely never. I genuinely cannot think of a time where I would want Bogaerts to be playing. I want him in the 10 hole, on the bench, in like the locker room. Not even dressed. I want him still wearing street clothes. I want him like not even in the stadium. I want him at home lounging on the couch. Because that would be more effective than he is right now. And I mean, yes, I'm being super unfair. He has been pretty okay on defense. Or he's been good on defense, we'll say. But like, when you put him at DH, like the one thing he's sort of good at is not happening. So like, I don't know. I'm a little perturbed by him today, as you couldn't tell. X having a nightmare of a game, 7 left on base in a 2-run game. Insanity is continually sticking X in the 5 spot and expecting different results. Yes, absolutely. I would package every prospect not named Leo and pay 50% of his contract to get X off of this team. I don't know what we were thinking when we even signed Xander Bogaerts. I remember when we signed him, I was like, first of all, why? Like, we just had a Ha-Sung Kim season, and we had Tatis, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't sure if he was going to play outfielder for the whole time or go back to shortstop, but even then, we had Ha-Sung Kim. And obviously, Ha-Sung Kim is not, like, MVP caliber. He's a very low ball all-star, like, just below level of all-star at his best, right? So, like, when we signed Xander, confusing, but okay, right? Whatever. If he can help us win, he had good stats. But then you watch him play for the past, couple of years? I mean, his first, couple of months as a Padre looked good. Don't get me wrong, if you remember that. He looked really good. That was 2023? It's been two and a half years? Whatever. Awful. Awful. He has 3 home runs. Let me just see if the stats say it on the box score. Where are you, Bogaerts? No, it doesn't. That's okay. I'll bring it up on this one then. This season, he has 3 home runs, and he has, it doesn't say RBIs, does it? No. Okay, hold on. We'll get there. But my point being, he has 3 home runs. I'm pretty sure Diaz has more home runs. I think Maldonado might have more or the same amount of home runs as Xander Bogaerts right now, which is so sad. It is so sad. Okay, he has 26 RBIs, 615 OPS. I mean, I'm glad he can kind of get on base. But, I guess we talk about this. Look at his percentile rankings. So 2022 was the last year he was a Red Sox. 2025 is obviously right now. So it doesn't look great either way. I mean, 2022, he actually looked pretty good. Let me see if I can find his entire stat line. I'm sure I could. Here we go. But, yeah, I mean, look at his batting run value, first of all. Poor. 11. That's what he brings to this team, is a poor batting lineup. And yeah, in 2022, he hit 307 for the year. And he was the worst I've ever seen. The worst season he ever had looks like was 2014, and that was his second year. And then 2023, 285, not horrible. 264 in 2024. Right now, he's at a 227 average. And, the numbers, he hits the sweet spot, which is cool, but, it doesn't go anywhere. It goes straight into the ground, basically. But I guess he doesn't strike out as much. But what's the point of not striking out so much if you're just going to hit the ball into the ground into 15 different double plays? I wonder if I can even find his double play numbers. I didn't, but I could. I'm sure someone somewhere has the stat memorized. But just a reminder, this is how much we are paying him until 2033. $25 million a year. And full no trade clause. Even if we wanted to trade him, we can't unless he says it's okay, which he will not. Because why would he want to leave a nice city where he gets paid hefty? Because if we do trade him, where is he going to go? The White Sox? He's not going to go to Chicago to play with the White Sox. Who wants him? Nobody. Who wants that contract? Nobody. And we're stuck with him until 2033. 2033, we are stuck with the second worst contract in baseball. If I wanted to be petty, I could say his contract is worse than Rendon because Rendon can't hurt the Angels because he literally never plays for them. Bogaerts is actively hurting the Padres. We literally could have won this game. I know I'm speculating, but I'm going to speculate anyways because I'm angry. We literally could have won this game if Xander Bogaerts could hit the ball off of the ground. Just, even if it's not off the ground, at least find a hole. Do something. You know what I mean? Because currently right now, and the worst part is too, I said yesterday he's looked better, and then he regresses. It's always the same pattern with him. He looks good for a couple of days, and then goes down back into the bottom of the tank. It's so frustrating to watch him, too, because genuinely, I want him to do good. I think most Padre fans want him to do good. I don't know why you wouldn't. But it's just, there's no sign whatsoever of any indication that he's going to perform better. And obviously, we can't send him down to AAA. I'm sure there's a contract somewhere. It says, no, you can't send me down anywhere. I don't think he's going to accept a phantom IL. I don't think we're allowed to do a phantom IL, obviously, but I don't know what to do. Besides the fact he should not be anywhere near the 5-hole. I remember when we first signed him, he said he wouldn't bat lower than 5 or 6. I don't care. Why do we care? What is he going to do? Pout? Be sad? Cry about it? What is he going to do? Give up his contract? Put him in the 9-hole? I don't care what he says. Put him somewhere where he can't hurt this team. Because there's so many different situations where Xander Bogaerts comes up and we know the inning's over. We know there's double play. We know something bad is going to happen. All because we know how Xander Bogaerts is as a player. I've been ranting for too long. I don't like Xander Bogaerts. Did you guys tell? Bad day or bad team? Both. Bad players on a good team that hurt the team. But there were some good performances today. I mean, Arraez kind of screwed us too with the bases loaded, swinging 0-2, pops out. I never made this video, but I've mentioned it before. Arraez, his launch angle has been horrible this year, and he keeps popping out. And that's why he hit those home runs at the beginning of the year. Because his launch angle has been wonky, and I don't know why. I actually do have an image for that. Let me find it. Yeah, so Letters to AJ made a report on Arraez. I didn't make a video on it, but if you guys want to, it's a little outdated, but I can still do one. But quality of contact fell off a cliff a year ago, was masked by good BABIP luck in second half of this last season, setting all-time highs in pop-out rate, all-time lows in hard hit percentage, and exit velocity with more volatile launch angle range since last June. So he's been pretty bad, basically. Let's put it that way. But I think... Let me go back to this. Bad day or bad team? I think it's both. The Dodgers, there's a comment yesterday that the Dodgers are just a better team than us. And that I don't think anyone's arguing that the Dodgers aren't a better team than us. But in the end, that doesn't really matter because the Dodgers have been the best team in baseball for the past, 10 years? And they've won one legitimate championship. So better teams don't really matter. It's just playing better. And we did have heart today. What was the score at some point? It was 7-3. Let me pop up my thing again. We scored 3. Yeah, it was 8-3, 7-3, whatever. And I was like, okay, this game's over. Everyone's gonna give up. And then we slowly crawled back. And I mean, I guess we can talk about the positives from today. Trenton Brooks. I like Trenton Brooks mostly because he hit a home run. But he went to Granite High School in El Cajon. Grew up a Padres fan. Hit his first major league home run, 2-run shot in the 7th. So I think Brooks is definitely that power we need in this lineup, and I hope that he can continue to hit consistently. And he's already playing better than Campusano did, so fantastic on that note. Randy Vasquez, though, did legitimately look pretty A-okay today. I mean, he definitely had some very hard-hit balls that were almost home runs, and then he did give up the 2 home runs because Andy Pages was on his, revenge tour. But, I mean, he got Ohtani to strike out, 3 times or something like that? Part of me kind of wish we kept him in longer, but it's also Randy Vasquez. It's a very dangerous game to put him in because he's not a great pitcher, but he's somehow a lucky pitcher. You know how it works. So I will give props to Randy, not Xander. Absolutely not Xander. I'll give some props to Randy. Randy. I can't speak right now. But yeah, I mean, everything else was okay. Estrada looked awful today. I feel like Estrada can't pitch super well and super high leverage. I think he's good at high leverage, but when the pressure's on, against the Dodgers or other really good teams, he kind of falls apart. And that makes me really sad because I could see him being a closer at some point in the future, but right now, no. This video is getting kind of long, so let's just talk about our Friar Faithful feed real quick. Did I get all the pictures? Randy Vasquez, what an outing. He's been a real underrated player for the Padres team. Oh my god. Let's do this real quick because the video is getting kind of long. If it was Groundhog Day and Xander Bogaerts was hitting, nobody would know if it's winter or spring because I'm not going to say that. Phil would be dead. Yes, because Xander Bogaerts would kill him with the ground balls he's been hitting. We started Xander at DH tonight so he could focus on maybe not being below league average for once. He ends up going 0 for 5, making 7 outs, leaving 8 on base, cumulatively reducing our win probability by 35%. I hate Xander Bogaerts. 1 year soon, Xander Bogaerts will no longer be a Padre and will have a parade among 160 qualified hitters. Bogaerts now ranks 151st in OPS and 146 in weighted runs created, 76. He's awful. He's awful. He's horrible. I hate him. I'm sick of him. He's not going to leave this team anytime soon. We're stuck with him. I don't know what he needs to do. I don't know who he needs to fight. I don't know what fire needs to be lit under his butt, but he's got to do something because he's playing horribly and it's hurting us horribly. I'm upset. Are you upset? Let me know. Do you hate Xander? Let me know. What can we do with Xander? I don't know. You let me know. I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted. Sorry for the long video. Sorry for the rant. I'm upset. Can you tell? I hope not. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Okay. That's all I have. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.